big up, everybody. It's your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sofia's Football Talk to, of course, talk about the very first game of the Premier League season. And what better game to kick it off with than Man United, of course, playing at home at Old Trafford versus Fulham. And thankfully, we won. Um, as we were talking about backstage, Eddie
Mm.
was definitely on the edge, but hey, we got the result and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But big up people, everybody that is here. Make sure to, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to join the SFT membership. And big up to Henry Ray Baker
Oh,
for
wow.
gifting 5 membership. W in the chat for Henry. Thank you. This really goes a long way to help out the channel. So thank you, Henry. I appreciate your kind donation. Big up and big up to you, Ravi, and big up to my guest, Eddie. How are you, Eddie? Are you good, mate?
Yeah, yeah, doing okay. As you said, the game was a bit awkward to watch. There was very few chances being created, but start of the season is scrappy for teams trying to get into their flow. So the man, the new signing came through. I've dubbed him the Zirk, and he's gonna go berserk this season. Maybe I'm talking too soon, but yeah, got the win in the end. So yeah, I'm doing all right anyway. Big up the chat as well. Hopefully they're hitting the like.
Yes, 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 indeed, indeed. Yes, make sure that y'all do it, people. Let's let's talk about the game. I mean, obviously, we had the likes of Onana, Dallo, Mazraoui getting his debut, Maguire, Martinez, Casemiro, Maino, Ahmad, Bruno, Mount, and then Rashford. What were your thoughts about Mazraoui's debut,
Yeah,
Eddie?
Mazraoui, man. It was a calm match from him, really. He did the basics well. I liked his
Mhm.
positioning. I liked some of the passing he was doing. There was one recovery challenge that I really did like, where that big Hulk, that Adami Traore with the too much muscle was bombing down the right, and he got past Martinez, and then Mazraoui, what is it? Adama crossed it, and then Mazraoui got
Yes,
him with a slide challenge, and that wasn't even his side to defend on. So it shows that he's got
he was
some
there.
defensive nous. So yeah, I think it was a positive display from him on his first
Mhm,
game. Yeah.
mhm. No, I agree with you. I was pleasantly surprised. I felt like he looked very good, when we were in the attack, but also defensively. I thought it was really good. It was very nice to see. Um, yeah. And the fact that, I mean, obviously, Dallo was playing more so at the left back, while
Mhm.
Masraoui was more so the right back, but he held his own.
Yeah.
He held his own. I
I
would
think it's a
say
better game than Delo as well for me. I think he was involved in more things.
I think he was better for sure. I definitely agree with you, Eddie. I do think he was involved in way more than what Dallo did for sure. 100%. Also, Maguire, another one that I would say,
Mm.
wow, okay,
You know
okay.
what? Yeah, you know what, Sophia? I've not been Maguire's biggest fan. When I was doing my reactions in past years, my waffles,
Mhm.
I've always made jokes about him. I know it's bad as a Man United fan to make jokes about your own players, but this guy, we've seen how error prone he's been in previous years, where it's like we could see he shouldn't have been captain, things like that. It's justified that he's had that captaincy taken away from him. But today, I've got to give him props. I can't be that kind of guy that just has an agenda. When people give you new evidence, yeah, you got to give them props. Yeah, he was for me, he's one of the best players on the pitch. I would say. I would say that. I mean, there's certain things he was doing where he's snuffing out danger. He's pushing forward as well and being proactive in the defending. And there was one chance where he could have been exposed. I don't know what Martinez was doing second half, where he came out and tried to do a challenge on one of the Fulham players and left
Yeah.
Maguire by himself. Then there's Pereira
Yes.
on the counter attack. He just had to pass it
I
away.
s- Eddie, in that moment, I was thinking, yeah, surely they're going to score from here. They did. I was like,
Yeah.
Pereira, what the hell?
Yeah, Pereira was bad with the pass, but at the same time, Maguire did have to snuff out the.
Yeah, I give
Right.
Maguire already had the yellow card ahead, so he was a little bit restricted in what he could do, but he still handled that very well, you know.
Mm.
So yeah, big up to him. I would say Leach also did have a good game, but there were moments where I was like, okay, ah, giving away some bad passes for no reason was a little bit annoying. Other than that, though, when called upon, I do think he was decent. What about Casemiro? 'Cause he's
Oh, Casemiro.
conflicting the fan base very much.
I mean, he was trying today, wasn't he? He was
Mhm.
some of the shots he was having. He was thinking he was going to have one of those, amazing moments where he's just like a hero. But I don't know. Looks like with the legs going, the shooting's going as well because he can shoot. Like, and he's not known
Yeah.
for goals, but he's got a good long shot on him. But wasn't
Hmm.
happening tonight. Yeah, there's just certain times where he's just losing 50-50s, and I was just. Yeah, I was in pain just seeing this guy who he had the nickname of Casemiro as well. I remember people calling him that last season, and it's like, oh no, I mean the season before last, and it's
Mm,
just yeah, the drop off has been bad, hasn't it?
it
I think he's
has.
kind of improved second half a little bit. There was some things he was doing that I did like, but it's just he pales in comparison to what he used to be before. Uh,
Mm,
I think Mainu. His partnership with Mainu, it's hard because Mainu's got to do a bit more running as well because Casemiro
hmm.
can't do the running. So
Yeah.
yeah, Casemiro is a bit of a mixed bag today. Yeah, you could just see the drop off. That's all I say about him.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I hear it. I mean, I would say there were okay, like at the beginning of the game, I don't really feel like anybody except for like a Mazraoui, in my opinion, and Maguire was really like on it at the beginning, and then maybe even a Sancho Martinez. But I think he grew more and more into the game, and especially when it came to the final third, with kind of getting that key pass,
Hmm.
he was doing a lot of those,
Yeah, there was that one
unlocking
chance to
different,
go for Bruno, isn't it? In the
yep,
first half, where he,
Bruno had to score.
yeah.
You know, it's annoying because we created a lot of chances. We just we struggle, and
Mm.
that is something that we have to work on for the season. I don't want to keep seeing games where we had so many chances, but we just don't be clinical.
I don't think it
Luckily
was
today
enough
we scored,
chances
but
for me,
hmm?
Sophia. I don't think it was enough chances, to be honest. Like,
Really?
especially based on the first half, because up until
Okay, okay.
Bruno, yeah, up until Bruno had those two chances, right, which were,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there wasn't much we were doing. I kept thinking, why didn't we even just use an academy striker? Because there was loads of times we had like 58% possession first half, yeah, and there was hardly any chances being made in terms of through balls to a forward, in terms of crosses to hardly any
Mm-hmm.
crosses into that 6 yard box for a striker to get a header. Yeah, obviously it's like if you're playing with a false nine, yeah, you expect more of your wingers to be getting in the box to get on the end
Mm-hmm.
chances. So I think we didn't see that enough. For me,
Mm-hmm.
Ahmad is disappointing today. I don't know what you thought of him, but he seemed to after he did that one run, which was good, but then he went into the box and then he dived. I don't know why he dived, but after that, he kind of just petered out. It was like he just went into his shell a bit. I don't know what you thought of Ahmad. I don't think he was good enough today.
I felt like in some parts in first half, I do think he was decent, but maybe I don't know,
Hmm.
maybe a tiny bit anonymous, but there's definitely something still there. But we do have to kind of work more on because I do think the attack this season seems to be a bit more stronger, in my opinion at least, than what we've seen last season. But we have to, of course, utilize it. And you now have a proper, you freaking have Ruud van Nistelrooy. Like, who
Hmm.
else better is it to learn off of than a Ruud van Nistelrooy? One of the best strikers of all time, such a good striker. So
Yeah.
that is somebody that you should be learning off of when it comes to decision making. You know,
Yeah,
Toulouse has wasted chances wondering why we didn't have a striker. I mean, yeah, Bruno as a false nine, it's not for me. Sometimes okay, today, no. I felt like he looked so much better when he got in the middle, moved into the middle. Zirkzee came in, Garnacho came in. He looked better, in my opinion. But yeah,
mm,
I think that's a good point, Tolumba. I'm not going to sit there and throw my toys out of the pram and just be like, okay, this is now a horrible season. We're trash. We're not going to do it. No, 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 no. But it's okay to still be, just look at it with a little bit of constructive criticism. It's fine, you
yeah,
know. But of course,
yeah.
I'm still optimistic. There's a lot of positives that I did see, but I'm not going to be, oh, now we're going to go and
Mm,
we are where we are or where we should be. We still need to get some more signings in. I think we need to get some more midfielders in. What do you think, Eddie?
yeah. Uh, I mean, in terms of getting midfielders, it's like I don't even know what's happening. Is that Ugarte deal like is that on or what? Because
I
that's like
think
the
it.
main guy we're linked with, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, just to answer the question, we definitely need uh, that that kind of midfielder that can hold the ball in the number 6 position and then drive forward, get the ball to the number 8s, get the balls to the wingers, stuff like that. But it seems with the philosophy though, like what Ten Hag's trying to do, it seems like he's trying to play a lot of the ball around the defense and then
Mm-hmm.
try and draw the opposition in so that leaves space in behind, and then
Mm-hmm.
play the long ball over the top. Like I remember seeing that in the Community Shield as well. So it's almost like Ten Hag wants to kind of have the midfield just cut the passing lanes of the opposition rather than dominate the game. I'm not. It could work. This thing could work because Ten Hag said, "I want the transitional football," and that kind of
Mm-hmm.
football that I just described is transitional. Just playing at defense and then bang one ball over the top. Big transitions there. So
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I would like to see more of the midfield be playing on the ball though. So hopefully
Yep.
we can get like extra midfielders in because
Yes.
the likes of like McTominay coming on, or I don't know if Ericsson's still around. It's like it's not enough in depth, is there really?
Yeah. No. No, I
Uh,
agree with you. Yeah. That we have to kind of definitely get some more quality in that midfield because it's really needed
yeah,
100%. Yeah. And if we can get maybe another left back, if that's possible, I'm not going to say no, but there was some positives. I just, what's annoying is sometimes when we try to play out from the back and it's a bit too slow.
yeah.
That to me is annoying. I'm just like, yo, I do this to the TV. Like I'd be snapping, like guys, quick,
There needs
quick,
to be more,
because it
more
looks so
urgency.
better. Yes, it looks so much better when they do 1-2 touch football quick.
Yeah,
That's when it looks better. It's a bit more sharp. And sometimes, of course, they do be, kind of giving away the ball, but that you just need to keep working on it. Keep
yeah, yeah,
working on it. Don't give up. But I hate the sideway passes. Okay, I'm gonna go forward. Now I'm gonna give it back to Maguire.
yeah,
Maguire gives it back to Ahmad. Ahmad gives it back to Maguire. Maguire gives it back to Lisandro Martinez. I'm tired.
yeah,
When we be quick, like for that Zirkzee goal, that was quick.
yeah. He also started the move, didn't he? Zirkzee got it in the middle, give it to the
Yes,
winger, then Zirkzee goes into
yes,
the box, straight away cross, one
yes.
to finish.
And
Definitely need to
after
see more
that
of this type
goal,
of
he
play.
got bare confident. So he kept doing it, linking up very well in that midfield, dropping more so down, but was also willing to go forward. So
Yeah,
because he was very anonymous at the beginning when he first,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, came in, and I was like, oh, I don't, okay, hasn't really touched the ball much, but then instantly you see him kind of growing more and more into it.
yeah.
So there's something. There is something there. I believe, but we have to keep working on it. Big up, by the way, Broderick Fall, one of our members. Big up to you. Toloma
Uh,
says, I wasn't impressed. Ratings. Okay. And before we do that, though, any other players that you wanna maybe talk a little bit about, like, let's say an Onana, for instance. Thoughts about him. Wanted to
Ah.
take more risks.
Oh yeah, I really don't like that quote. I really don't like, I don't like. It's like when you've had the season that Onana had last season, right? It's like because he had so many mistakes, right? It's like you've
Yep.
got to be kind of humble and then
Yep.
just
Where's the self-awareness?
yeah, be a bit more aware about what level you're
Hmm.
at. You need to
Yep.
just maybe allow some of the other players to be in the spotlight while you keep settling in. He's still not properly settled. I mean,
Mm.
he seems like a vocal guy. He seems like he tries to get the defense going, stuff like that. But it's like, okay, he's all right in terms of technical play. He's all right with playing at the back with the short passes. But when it comes to, okay, now I've got to play it long, it's like I can't remember him making a successful long ball in the last two games I've watched now. And he had that issue
Mm.
last season too. That long
Hmm.
ball, that almost it goes out of play each time, or just
Tired of it.
yeah, it's not great. So Onana, yeah, this is why, yeah, I want the like you were talking about the midfield. I want the midfield to be doing more of this playmaking rather than seeing my goalkeeper try and make plays, especially when Onana's like he's not really on par with the likes of an Edison who will just make that nice crossfield diagonal pass. So yeah, Onana, he's got to do a bit better. Another player though, I don't know if we've touched on Mason Mount enough. I don't think we've talked about him, have we? Because he he's a player, right? I kind of was thinking from what I've seen so far, he's maybe going to be
Uh-huh.
like a Park Yi Sung kind of signing. This kind of guy that will run
Eddie.
around a bit, you know.
Eddie.
Oh, what am I disrespecting Park?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
what I meant to say is
I hear you, but
what I meant to say, maybe he's projected to be that to grow into that kind of role because obviously he's stinking up the place right now. But he does run. That's the thing. Park was known for running about, chasing back, and stopping the opposition playing. I did see him try and do that, but then he
yeah.
like made a few fouls and got a yellow card. I was like, oh no, already? Are you kind of like
That one though, he kind of had to take one for the team. I did feel like it was a little bit of a harsh yellow card, but it is what it
nah,
is.
it
But
was it was yeah, come on. Come on.
okay. Agree to disagree. But no, I just feel like with Mount, I think he did all right, like in the matches of Derby, in the Community Shield. But like today's game,
Oh.
I just
I
don't
didn't like him in
see it.
that game either, actually, in the Community Shield. I think he had the same kind of game.
I thought he
I,
looked better in that game, in my opinion.
really? I mean, Dog Crow in the comments is saying exactly what I'm getting at. Is I think he's meant to be that off the ball kind of guy, the kind of stuff you don't really see unless you've really got the player cam on him. He's off the
Hmm.
ball, running around, making the opposition pass quickly, things like that. But it didn't seem like it's effective enough.
Like paying 55 million plus 5 million add-ons for running around. I'm sorry. And getting the number 7 shirt as well for running around. When we
Yeah.
had this guy, Beckham, Cantona, and them men. Yeah, respectfully, no. I'm not new. I'm willing to give him this season, but after this season, if it's still like this, you gotta go.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about him, to be honest. When I saw him get the yellow card, I'm like, oh, I'm thinking this guy. It's reactionary, but I'm just thinking, yeah, the whole pressure with the number 7 is quite expensive.
Yeah.
It just seems like that may be that kind of. You might have that pressure on him now, where I don't know, he might be overthinking stuff. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I remember he got one chance there in the second half, which he got saved by the keeper. By the way, that Fulham keeper was quite good with the saves. But
Oh, no, he had his, but I felt like some of the chances was kind of like directly on him as well. But he
yeah,
did have some saves, so yeah,
hmm. You
give it
still
to
have
him.
to stop him at the end of the day. But yeah, they were at his
Yeah,
legs, weren't they? They weren't really like the finishers weren't putting the ball into the corner. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah. Mount. Like I said, I'm willing to give him this season, but after that, Broski gotta go. He gotta go.
Well, I
Literally,
bet it's one of
anybody
these long
else?
contracts though, where he has to just stay and and play unless they're going to pay him out like they paid Wan-Bissaka out, isn't it? It's like people
Jesus.
get a contract, they can't be moved on. It seems with Man United. Yeah.
I'm tired. I
Me too.
really
You know
am.
what? Yeah, I'll say this as well for the midfield. Like we
Hmm.
need we need dribblers. You know, I I only remember Ahmad doing that one dribble where I said earlier he dribbled into the box, fell over, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, there was Garnacho that tried a little dribble as well. Did like a second half. I don't know if you remember, right? Did the step
Yep.
over and he beat the man, but then he went over.
Oh, I know. Oh, I
Yeah.
got secondhand embarrassment when he did that. I was like, no, Ganacho. I was
What?
like, and then he kind of looks frustrated, like somebody fouled him. Broski, it was you. You did that to yourself.
Sophia, I couldn't believe it because he wasn't the only one that dived. Maguire in the first half tried to dive for a penalty, and like I said as well, Ahmad tried to dive for the penalty. There's maybe another dive. It's like, are we working on diving in training? Because there was too many divers today. I think that's got to be cut out. A Ten Hag's got to get on these soldiers, tell them to behave.
Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Also, just remember, thank you, Tulumba. Rashi underwhelming. Yeah, I did write that in my notes as well. Underwhelming. I felt like he looked maybe a little bit better in the later in the second half when you had a Zirkzee coming in Ganacho because literally Ganacho should have scored at the end. It should have been 2-0.
I was thinking the
And
pass
I'm
was bad, but he just missed the open
no,
goal.
it was basically Ganacho, but Rashi also could have been like the thing is Rashi in that instance was just trying to be selfless. It was like, you know what, I'll give it to you. Go ahead. But he could have scored himself if he wanted to,
Yeah.
you know? But he gave it to Ganacho. Ganacho just he even looked kind of annoyed at himself after the game was over. Like, damn, I should have scored that. Ah,
It's
you
a bad
know?
miss. It's a really bad miss. Like when I saw it on
Yeah.
the replay, and he was just because I thought maybe the angle was bad, but nah, he's just completely
Hmm.
missed it.
But other than that, with Rashford, how do you assess his performance?
I'm just trying to remember what like Rashford did. I did make some notes, and I don't think Rashford is even in my notes. I'm trying to remember what he did. I don't think he did much.
Not
It's
really
like
that
that's what
much.
I'm saying. Underwhelming. That may be an
It was underwhelming.
understatement. um, yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's clicked. Something's off. Something is off.
What do
He
you think?
just, I don't know, I just feel like he's just second guessing everything. Either, when he gets into a chance, he just kind of makes the bad decisions. Like, the Rashford that was killing it, now 2 seasons ago, that was just, on it.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
I used to call my man Rash Bappe. Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
happy I was
yeah,
with
yeah.
this guy. He
I
was doing.
remember you did.
I was
Yeah.
gassing this guy up. He was playing well. He was that star player, star boy.
Mhm.
But I'll just try to remember where it went wrong. But it's like he's had troubles off the pitch, isn't it? Like where
Yeah.
falling out with fans or some. I'm trying to remember
Mhm.
what it was, but it was something off
It's
the
been a
pitch.
lot, to be
Yeah.
fair. It's been a lot.
So yeah, he's only 26 as well. When I was looking at his age, I was like, I thought he was like 28, but it's like he's only 26. He's still that kind of age where he should still be
I
at
mean,
that
he'll be 27 in on Halloween.
right October, yeah. So
Yeah.
27 is still not even that old as well. Uh, I'm not sure what can be done to help this guy. He was trying to like be fluid with his positioning because I saw him go from the wing to try and occupy
Yep.
the center and then go on the wing
Yep.
again. But I don't know. It didn't. Oh yeah, I remember what was it? Bruno did do a nice pass to him when he was on the left in the second half. I remember that because like the commentators were really praising that through ball from Bruno. It was really good. It was almost like a Pogba pass. It was like just perfectly weighted. And I forgot what
Yes.
Rashford did with it. Oh yeah, Rashford cut in. I think he did a nutmeg on one of the Fulham defenders, and I think it was Mason Mount got the chance, but then the keeper saved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's just
I remember
little
that.
moments. It's like it was just bit part, and I think it was like that for Ahmad as well. It's just bits and pieces, and just not enough.
Not enough at all. No, I agree with you. I just, I do think if he keeps, you know, kind of putting up these performances, then at some point you would have to drop him. I mean, if you could do it before, I do think it would be a bad thing. Maybe having come up from the bench, like you see with Anthony. Anthony really hardly ever plays.
Was
Everything
he on the
just
bench?
looks like he was on the bench.
He's not even getting used. That's
No,
85 million as
Sancho,
well.
by the way, Sancho's not even on the bench.
I'm not even surprised. I mean, we were hearing that they've made up with the manager, but it's like it doesn't seem like it just seems like something's just gone out of the atmosphere
Mm,
with Sancho. Like his soul has left his body. He's not. He's
mm.
on autopilot right now. He's just there to earn his. It just seems like he's just there to earn his wages at this point. So I'm not
Mm.
surprised he's not in the squad. He's
I
got to
think
be old then, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is, though, he's been linked with the move to PSG. There was also reports saying or rumors saying that Chelsea. I hope it's not going to be Chelsea. If he goes, then let it be a PSG. I would have loved for him to stay.
Mm.
You know, just one more season. But if he goes, he goes. You know, I'm not going to make a fuss about that. But it looks to be that probably he'll go to PSG while we get Ugarte because Ugarte is also, I believe, PSG were playing at the same time we were playing. Ugarte wasn't even in the squad.
Oh,
So
that
it,
may be a
I think
sign
that
then. Might be on his
I generally think they're trying to wrap it up.
yeah.
Sure, he comes to us, and then Sancho goes the other way.
Oh,
However they do it, I think that's going to be the case.
hopefully, man. You just got to get more midfielders in, like Sam Manian saying in the comments. We need midfielders. That's what we need.
100%. Swola says, "Hey Sophia, I actually do think United played the better football and deserved the 3 points. Good game from a Liverpool fan." Damn. I mean, to be fair, I definitely do. Don't get it twisted. Like, this is not trying to be like a negative stream. We're just, having like nuanced, balanced conversation. We are happy about the result. We're taking it. Some
Mm.
parts of the performance was good, but I'm not gonna be like, oh wow. Don't get it twisted though. I was when Zirkzee did score, I was screaming so much. My dad, bless his heart, he got pissed at me. He ended up just pouring coffee on the floor because he was pissed.
Really?
Yep.
Oh no. I
Yep.
hope it wasn't a carpet floor you got.
Oh no. Just regular hardwood floor.
Hardwood, it's easy to clean. That's all right. And
Yeah, that's easy. Not carpet. Carpet.
that'd be
that's,
right.
that's when that's when you're doing it. No, when you're just mad and you just want to. I mean, I wasn't the one cleaning it up. It was him. But I had to just. I was like, okay, sorry, broski. I know neighbors, but they know. They know it's football. It's
Yeah.
league. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
your emotions got to come out. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
Debut,
can.
new player. Come on. Gotta
I
scream.
cannot sit there knowing I can't do it. It's not me. It will never be. It will never be me. But yes, well, I do agree. I would say, hey, 3 points deserved, and we take it. We take it. Big
Yeah.
up to Marco says Jaden come to PSG. New Neymar in Paris. Oh, okay. Big fan from Brazil. Big up, Marco. Big up to you. Big up.
Yo,
Big
by the way,
up.
I hope PSG fans, in general, are thinking like that. That Jaden could be that good because you know what I mean. They'll probably put pressure on their board to say to sign the guy like we did.
We need the dinero.
Yeah,
We
you know
need the
what?
cash.
He could have a resurgence to his career like he did on his loan to Dortmund. He looked. I mean, come on, he
Yeah.
got to the Champions League final, so he's shown he can do something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I generally think if he goes to a PSG, I think he cooks. I just hope like it can be any other club, just not in the Premier League. If it's not Man United, then sorry, don't go to. I just it would hurt me if he goes to Chelsea and he does well. That will make me a bit sad.
Yeah.
That's just me. Just because I'll be like, what if? You know?
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea got too many players though, but yeah.
They do, but
Yeah,
I think he will start ahead of a Mudryk because he's trash. Madueke, I think he's all right, but he will still start ahead of him.
Yeah.
Pedro Neto, the thing is, he's wonderful, but injury prone. So, and of course, it's a Cole Palmer there as well. But regardless, I think he would probably, if he does go to Chelsea, I think he would do well. But I just hope that he doesn't go. I think it will be PC. As well as he might just become a Diop V 2.0. Oh wait, are you talking about Todibo? Crazy shout, but I actually think Todibo might flop in West Ham. I think he'll do well.
Mm.
I think he
When
will do
we
well.
linked with him, right, as well.
We were, but we weren't able to get him because of the whole, ownership thing.
Oh
Because
yeah,
he
it's
plays for,
conflict.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think the only issue with West Ham it's going to be like getting the chemistry between these new signings. Like the signings
yeah.
look really good on paper, but yeah, I don't think individually they'll just be bad. I think it's just about them
Oh.
playing as a team. I think Tadibo, you're right. Yeah.
Hmm. I think so too. Actually, anything else you want to add on before we wrap up? Like, how do you feel about like the season now that we finally started? Do you feel like from what you've seen today that you're optimistic for what's ahead, or are you a bit like, okay, I'm not sure?
Um, I would say first of all, I said it already earlier in the stream, but Zirkzee, we're gonna see the Zerk go to work. We're gonna see the Zerk go berserk. I've got a really good feeling about this big 6 foot
Yes,
four specimen. Yeah, he
he's
came on.
tall.
Yeah, he's big, big presence. Yeah,
And like the way he's built as well, my
yeah.
God, he's a tank.
He's a tank.
Oof.
Yeah. So I remember there's some fans saying like he's got the traits or could have the traits of like a Zlatan. Yeah, agile, big, strong, got some skills. I
Mhm.
really hope he can fit into that kind of trait, yeah, because it'd be such a presence that we need, that big presence where it's like,
I
it's
mean,
gonna take us from
yes,
fear into the opposition. Yeah. So
yes.
I'm excited. When he came on, I was giddy. I don't really get
Me
giddy.
too. When he was like, I was
Yeah,
like, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So that first touch finish, oh man, I was loving that. I was loving that. So yeah, he's a big positive for me. Yeah, I was so like even giddy before the game as well. I put him in my fantasy team, even though he may not have like come on. But yeah, he's got a goal now. So yeah, I've entered your league by the way. So yeah, I got some Zirkzee points already. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, also I had Canacho on my team and Ahmed. So Canacho, give me some points for the assist.
oh wow. I think you're lucky that players don't get minus points for missing, do they? Open goals. They
Oh my
don't, do
God,
they?
imagine that.
Yeah, that'd
Hope
be
not. No, no, they do if they, when they be missing penalties, they do be getting minus points
oh,
for
is it?
missing pens. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Just
luckily it wasn't a pen that he missed.
yeah, yeah. So you're all right. Just another positive is I think in terms of Ten Hag's like what he's doing, like there was some in-game changes he was trying, right? I was confused with when he brought on Delict and Evans, right? But then he was what is it? He went to three at the back, didn't he? Yeah, move Martinez left back and what is it, Delict, and I forgot what he did, but it seemed like it was making sense in terms of pressing up a bit more to try and get the
Hmm.
goal. So I did
Hmm.
like that, right?
Hmm.
It's just a case of getting these attacking players to not miss open goals, getting Rashford going, getting Ahmad going, and
Yep.
Zirkzee's got to really play his part. So yeah, those are some positives that I took from the game.
Yeah. No, no, I second a lot of the things that you said. I mean, Zirkzee, hey, instantly after, like I said, when he scored that goal, guy looked confident and he kind of upped his game. So I would love to see more minutes. I mean, the next game is going to be against Brighton away. We do
Oh,
tend to struggle against Brighton. So,
oh no,
but hey,
this one the confidence with the win. That'd be something.
exactly.
Uh,
So we gotta move into that game because that will be an early Saturday kickoff. So
oh, is
to
it
be on
12
that
o'clock?
on us then. Yep,
Okay.
next Saturday early. But it was also with Mazraoui as well. Lovely debut. Some nice debuts. Of course, sad that Euro is injured. He'll be out for a while, but
Yeah.
once he comes back, ease him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
and hopefully get some more players in.
Do you know when Hoyland is coming back? Like he needs to
I
get
believe
back to the team.
it's, I think in a month of September.
September. Okay.
That's
Because we
what
need
I.
to see if like Nistelrooy is going to have that effect. Because you're talking about him being
Yes.
like a coach.
Yeah.
Like, we need to see if he can
Mm-hmm.
really, ignite this Hoyland. 70 million. Come
Yeah.
on,
Because
gotta be.
remember in the preseason game, was it against? Was it Betis? Was that the game that he? No. Was it Rangers? It was one game like no, it might have been Rangers. Why am I tripping? I can't remember. It was one preseason game that he came in and he got injured in that game as well.
I can't
It was
remember.
one or the other. But I remember he scored. It might
Oh,
have
it's
been
Arsenal.
the Betis game. Might have been the Betis game.
He scored
He
against
scored.
Arsenal preseason.
Maybe it was ours. Was it Arsenal?
Yeah, because you scored against that keeper where I think.
Yeah. You're right. He scored the first goal in the 9 minutes. Yeah. You're right. It was Arsenal.
Yeah.
So he got injured. And that was also the game where Lenny Yoro got injured as well after that. Yeah, jeez. But with Højlund, it just sucked that he had to get injured at that time. It would have been nice to like see more and more games, and of course this opening game. But
Yeah.
I think making sure that Zirkzee gets some more minutes, getting comfortable, building relationships, and then you ease Højlund back in a few weeks because he'll be out for 6 weeks or now 5. But yeah.
It could be a blessing in disguise. Like obviously, we don't like players getting injured, but it could
No,
mean
of course.
Zirkzee, it could mean Zirkzee. Okay, it's got to be more impetus on getting him, properly implemented into that false 9. Because I think he's going to do that link up play that Martial used to do as well. Like actually get these wingers to cook a bit more. Link up the forwards a bit more. I really want that.
Me too. No, I'm optimistic, but I do want to see more.
Definitely.
I do. Yeah. But there's some positives. So yeah. Big up, Eddie. Thank you for joining. Lovely, of course, to be able to talk to you people. Make sure you do subscribe to Eddie's Food the Waffle, because I have linked his channel in the title, but also in the description box. So make sure you do check him out, subscribe. He makes wonderful animation. I haven't yet seen the last one, but I was saving it for later, so I will be watching it. But the one with 10 the licked, I will be watching that. So
it is the troops, getting them ready.
Oh, come on.
Game. So yeah,
Eddie,
thanks again for having me on.
Keep going with those animations. I've told you before, and I'm gonna tell you again. They're top tier.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
If I had that skill, it's done. Wrap it up. It's done.
We can collaborate. Maybe we'll do something. Work on something together. Have you got some ideas?
Okay, we might need to talk about it. We'll talk. But yeah, big up once again, Eddie, and big up to everybody that's been here. Big up as well, of course, earlier, as I said, Henry Ray for gifting memberships. So to those of you who got memberships, big up. And thank you, Henry. It goes a long way. And to those of you who are new here, welcome to the channel. We will, I don't know when I'll be live next time. We might do something tomorrow, or we might be probably back on Sunday. Maybe we'll drop a video. Either way, you never know. If there's anything news breaking in terms of Ugarte, Jane Sancho, then we got to go live. You know what I'm saying? We have to talk about it, of course. But big up, like the video on your way out, subscribe. We're so close to 3K subscribers, so help a sister out. Help a sister out. See you guys when I see you. Big up, everybody. Bye-bye.